yet the dawn of development. Peace is here, justice is here, freedom is here. A government where transparency and accountability is assured, where our people's needs are put forth up against our own selfish interests, our coffers to the state and not to an individual. So this
It's HTU here right now. It's because I wanna feel the energy. I want to feel your energy. All right.
Peace is here, justice is here, freedom is here. A government where transparency and accountability is assured, where our people's needs are put forth up against our own selfish interests, our coffers to the state and not to an individual. So this
It's HTU here right now. It's because I wanna feel the energy. I want to feel your energy. All right. So we're going to start now. I think we've lost some time, and I want to say thank you very much for your patience. I want to thank the disabled community to come here and joining us. I want to thank the University of Hull Technical Institution. Me being here today, HTU, I thought that I was coming to see the people of the town, and then I will pass through the university to greet you guys. But you know what? I must admit that I came here to see you guys. Yes, seriously. For some reason, I was supposed to be here yesterday, and I'm sorry once again I couldn't come, but I asked that they move the venue here. For some reason, I don't know why, but my spirit was telling me that who am I living for or serving for, or who have I taken this decision for? It's the youth. So I can't do anything without you guys being present. There is something happening in this world. Please be patient and be quiet and listen to me. There is something happening in this world right now, and it's very revolutionary. It's for the first time the good God has decided to listen to the voice of the young people. Look, I'm going to say it again. There is something very strange happening in the world, that for the first time, that as I am getting older, all of a sudden, the prayers that I've been praying to God from since I was maybe 13 years old, and now I'm 40 plus, all of a sudden, he's listening to the prayers and I can see it happening. Like God is listening to the youth. It's the time for you right now. You are one of the most powerful people on this planet. Do you understand? Do you understand the power you hold? Do you understand the time ahead of you? Now, I came here for us to... Sorry, excuse me. I came here for this listening tour. Break down the listening tour for you in a minute. But before I do that, I thought that I will have this discussion with you guys. Yeah. If we can keep the noise down, the boys at the back, like School of Hard Knocks. Well, I'm here now, so I want you to give me your ear now, and I want us to really share this conversation together. I have embarked on a journey, and I'm sure you all know that the new force is a force to be reckoned with. We are not going anywhere. We've just arrived, and we're here to stay. And it takes us, for us to be established within an industry that a young man or a young woman was never allowed to. We are breaking some barriers. It's a new chapter. It's a new beginning for people that have never been heard, or their voices have not been respected in the past. Today, our society is going to be very, very different. And I'm not going to make my speech long because I'm here to listen to you. That's what the listening tour is about. I came so you can ask me questions. so you can tell me what is on your mind. I want to know if one of you could be in a mask too very soon. Well, I'm going to repeat that again. There are some people that could be in this audience now that at some point might need to be unveiled again. I don't know, but I know that the future of this country is in the hands of the people of today. And we here are the people we're talking about. So please take your time and then ask some kind of questions. If it's going to be a suggestion, you let me know. But I would like to tell you a 5-minute summarization of my story before we go into the listening party. Again, I would like all of you to help me thank the disabled community to be here, because I can see that you guys have a spirit that is connecting with me and with us. You know, there is something that you have for this country that they haven't paid attention to, but I am here to do so, and I'm going to pay attention to everybody. Everybody counts. Everybody counts. Everybody's life matters, and we are going to respect that fact. Well, here's the story. It's a young man who have to listen to people, but then had to take the best of advice and add it to what he already had. And then everyone thought that he cannot do what he thinks he's going to do. Please listen to me carefully, because right after this 5 minutes, I want you to feel like me. People feel like you're not going to do what you think you're going to do. But you know what? Nobody is going to make you do what you think you're going to do if you cannot do what you think you're going to do. So it's really up to you. The people are only saying things. The only time they say things to you is when they realize you have a potential that they're either jealous of, or they're either aware of, or they feel like there is a competition for them. So the people are equally important as yourself, because the person that tried to convince you that you can do it, that is the same person that made you do it. So the people are very important. I repeat it again. The person who is convincing you that you cannot do it, that is the same person that is about to make you do what you thought you cannot do, because they're convincing you you can't. So the people are very, very important, and therefore you're not going to cut them out. But I made myself become successful not because it's very easy to become one. I made myself become successful because I had responsibilities and I had no choice. I only had to take decisions that will make me take care of myself, my family. Now I want to take care of my nation, And now that I feel like I'm ready to take care of my nation, God is saying, of course, you can build a country. So you see, I was not born to do what I'm doing. No, I was not born to do what I'm doing. I was not born to be the greatest among the greatness. I just appreciated greatness, and I was awarded some greatness because I appreciated people who are great. And so today, I'm in a realm of greatness. In the realm of greatness, and I want to come and share that with you here, because by the time I leave here, I want to replace the fear that you have in you with one thing, and that is hope. I am going to share that with you. I have embarked on this journey to also do the 16 regional listening tour by getting to know everyone in the region, or the people's culture, or the people's mindset and their demands. Today I've come to Volta. And Volta region whole is my first time of coming here. I've been to other parts of Volta region, but it's my first time culture. Yeah. The people are very welcoming. You know, the way you meet people and the way you embrace people, I must say that. Sorry, somebody said they want a Rolls Royce? Well, listen, if you want a Rolls Royce, tell those boys no noise. Well, you know, because the car is very quiet. If you're in a Rolls Royce, you can almost hear anything that drops. It's very quiet. So if you want a Rolls Royce, no noise. I know it's like a bar, but you know, I still have a chocolate factory, so I do. Now back to why we're here. So this listening tour is going to help me to understand you. It's going to help you to know my capacity, my ability, and what we can do together. I still think there's a lot of noise. Yeah, I still think so. It's better now. Thank you very much. I must go straight into it. I'm going to tell you straight away my interest in the Volta region. My interest in every region is different. My interest in Ashanti region is a lot of gold and a lot of farming and a lot of timber. When I come to Volta region, I've studied this region, and you already have 78 billion estimated natural and mineral resources untapped. Listen, I'm serious. That is your attributable resources, okay? It means that once we introduce industrial revolution in this region, everyone in this region should get a job and should start creating millions of stuff so you can buy your own Rolls Royces. I'm serious. Now, where did I find this from? It's from two things. You have a bit of titanium, okay? And then you have the oil basin. And then you have a lot of farming potential. Together, you are sitting on over 78 billion, which is more than the entire GDP of this country. Please, don't think you're so rich, because just Western region has 1.7 trillion. Oh, okay, so everybody's like this, right? What did you think I was coming for? You think they just call me cheddar for nothing? I'm here to make everybody money. So first of all, I need to find where all the money is. You know what money is? Money is a hidden treasure. You find it. You don't look for it. You see, everyone is looking for it. They don't get it. You find it. And when you find it, mostly, it's in the hidden places. It's in the dark places. It's in the quiet places. It's either in the ground somewhere hidden, or it's flowing in the water somewhere. You need to drill it. You need to dig it. And then you need to wash it. You need to process it. Okay? Even the food becoming money, you need to uproot it. You need to harvest it. Then you need to package it. So whoever told you you can just go find money by looking for it. No, it's not that easy. I'm here to give you the code. You know, it's our time. It's our time, and it's not going to be fun just having a few successful people. No. We want to have a million millionaires. That's when the economy, the country, our future, our life will change. Because then when you come out and you see a Lamborghini, you don't see one of them. You see hundreds of them. It's normal. That's what I think we should do for ourselves. Not one person getting rich and everyone looking at them. Because you know what happens? You breed a lot of hate, a lot of jealousy. And that's one thing that I'm going to tell you. It comes with blessing. When God blesses you, he sends you all of this. You're going to have enemies. You're going to have haters. You're going to have admirers. You're going to have lovers. But you can't take the lovers and admirers out of the haters and the jealous ones. You have to find a way to manage all of them. Now, if you have the choice to make your lovers, your admirers, and your haters, and everyone successful, do you know how free you'll be? And apart from that, if my lovers, my haters, and my admirers were 1 million people, and I decided to help all of them to make $1 million, and then in return, they pay me 10%. Do you know what I'll be worth after? Can you guys, I'm in the university, you're supposed to do the numbers quickly. 10% of 1 million people. You have 1 million, okay, listen to me. You have 1 million. Now, you're going to take 10% of $1 million from 1 million people. So that is 100,000 times a million. 1,000 by 1,000 is a million. Okay? So, if you times a million by 1,000, it's $1 billion. And if you have 100 of them, how much is that? So that's how rich you make me, as I'm about to make all of you millionaires. Are you getting the maths? It's very simple. The more you make people better in life, the better you become. So we have been robbed of our childhood. We've been robbed of our economy. We've been robbed of our success. Somebody has to make that happen. It's not fair that you come to this life and you struggle throughout. There's going to be a time that there will be equilibrium, equality. There has to be your own shares of your own equity, where you belong, the region you belong. And so, for me, the most powerful and interesting part of this region is your lake. I love the lake of Volta. It's the biggest, if I'm not wrong, it's the biggest in Africa, and it's probably one of the biggest man-made rivers in the world. Hey, do you understand what you have? You're just sitting down listening. It actually needs a standing ovation. It's you live on a land that has one of the biggest rivers in this world. You understand what you have? Do you know what is in there? No, I'm serious. Like this, I am very, very interested in that. And I know recently you guys heard me when I made that speech that I'll dredge and bring the sea to Kumasi. You know when I was making that speech, I had this place at the back of my mind too. So when you guys have time, open the map and look for all the rivers in this country. They connect. So they have the blue volta, the black volta, and they have the Volta Lake, and it's connecting. Tamale is more or less a landlocked. Listen, anyone that will open water in that place, it will be like God sent Jesus. Because it's very hot there because they don't have water bodies. And for me, water is going to be our next biggest source of transportation in this country, because I'm going to connect the country. I am connecting the country just by dredging the waters and connecting. And guess what you guys are going to find out? In these waters, you're going to find new cities coming up. So all this road you've been driving on, I'm sorry, the settlement is too much. I want to open the new parts of Ghana for you to see. This is going to help you with irrigation, farming. It's going to help you in a lot of things. It's going to bring a different type of tourism. You're going to see waterfalls in Ghana that you've never seen. You're going to see different things. And I believe that the Volta Lake has one of the most potential water transportation in this country. You go and you check yourself. It goes all the way. In fact, today we found out that it connects to the border of Ashanti. Okay, before BA came in the picture. But then there is Otano behind Sunyane, and it goes all the way to the Ivory Coast border. It connects, and it can connect to River Pra and Oti. And there will be water in Kumasi connecting, and we can come to Volta. We can be on boats connecting ourselves in this country. Why am I interested in this? Because I am introducing industrialization in this country, and it's the only foundation that can build a nation. That's the only thing. There's no one that is going to tell me anything else. This is where disabled can get jobs. This is where the ables can get jobs. This is where the boys, the girls, the men, the women, everybody can get jobs. And it's 24 hours. You can get job in shift. It's a robot. When you have a plant, it doesn't stop working. It doesn't stop operating. I have seen that after your university, you're going to get a degree, but you're not going to get a job. I know that. You're not going to convince me. I know. So I am preparing for you in advance that this is the only way. I am serious. You know, he who that think for people would always inherit the fortune of this planet. You know, I told somebody yesterday, and I don't know how I came up with this word, but I want you to keep it with you, that the only time you truly learn is when you're wrong. Okay? Everything else you're studying, but the only time you truly learn something that you probably didn't know is when you're wrong. The question is, how many of us accept our wrongness? Yeah, most of us are not accepting it, because there's some of you or some people who are here who have graduated and realized that they were not getting jobs, and they knew that it was wrong, but they did not accept it. They should have accepted that to build a different path that they can walk on, so graduates who will end up jobless could have come to that industry. But you see, that's the point I'm making, that the only time you learn is when you're wrong. You have to accept it. Now,
6 years ago, I met Nana in Liberia. And one thing he told me he was there to do was to make sure that the country Liberia, when George Weah was elected, becomes a completely new Africa. We had a conversation. Little did I know that I had ambitions that he had bigger ones of, because presently I am the only independent aspirant for Member of Parliament in Whole Central. I want to challenge young men and young women. It is not enough to be noisy about an opportunity that could save our future and not do the right thing. There are so many people in here that are not registered to vote, that will not vote, that will not partake in anything that has to make decisions in this country. But if you continue to sit on the fence, trust me, decisions will be made and they will not be in your favor. For the people in HTU, I am a former SRC vice president, so I am home. Now, the potentials in Whole Central are basic. Agri-business. Yesterday, my able topic and myself had a simple conversation about moving forward. Someone made a statement. There is a company in Ghana that imports close to 2 million tons of ethanol. And 1 ton of ethanol on the international market now is about $962. If you multiply that amount in every 6 months, it gives you about $1.98 billion. We are saying that Nana Kwame Bediako, whatever happens to you in this year's election, come to Whole Central. Some of us are willing to work the roads with you and establish an ethanol agreement. My last point will be simple. Before I came here, I thought to myself, I am an independent candidate and this place is heavily polarized. If I came here, everybody would think that I am getting support from Nana Kwame Bediako. We are only meeting for the second time in 6 years. I will state equivocally that this is youth, and anything that is youth movement, I will count myself a part of. Thank you for the opportunity. I am not using the platform to get anything for myself. I am only encouraging you. And it does not even mean that you have to vote for me. It means that be a part and parcel of what is supposed to build our future. And let's forget about the archaicness of what is happening.
Thank you very much. Be as much as it is possible, kindly get your question as straight, fast, and forward as possible. Thank you very much. Can we have some quiet in the place, please? Thank you.
Just stand it, stand it.
My name is Helen. I'm a student of HTU and Department of Hospitality and Tourism. And I'm only very I have to adhere to here, but I'm going to a break shop today. Then I saw your poster of that. No, I need to come here because I have a little and how all your measures would succeed. And the two is, what are your plans to improve education and support students?
Thank you very much. Please, as much as possible, kindly let's limit, because of our numbers, our questions to just one, so that everybody will be able to address. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay.
Good afternoon. Thank you for that. My name is Richard of Building Technology Department of HTU. When I came to vote for this my first time, when I came here, I saw that we have the youthful population in Volta region. So I aspired to be the of that, what framework or policies you have for us as a youth? Because now, most of the economists staff, we the youth, we don't have any goal or anything to depend on that. If you complete school, we have this, we are, like, you can get a job to do or something like that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, can I answer 2 questions at a time?
Okay.
So first of all, I want to say thank you very much to the aspirant MP who it's breaking barriers. You know, I thank you very much for all of that encouragement and, you know, assurities. I think it's about us making sure that the industry that we belong to is also controlled, governed, and run by us. That it's more smarter, it's more intelligent that your friend that you went to university with is a minister one day. You know, so you can connect with. You guys study similar things, have similar hopes and beliefs. So I really appreciate what he talked about. And ethanol, I am already working on methanol in the western part. I'm very much interested in ethanol happening in Volta region. I'm sure some of you don't understand these terms, the methanol and the ethanols and all of that. These are things that you get petrochemicals from. When I talk about petrochemicals, I talk about butane, butane, cetane, all the 10 tanes except for cocaine. Every tane you can get. Okay? So I would like to visit the lady's question. And she asked me that what would I do? What would I do for when it's my turn, right? What do you hope to achieve? And then for students. Right. So what I hope to achieve, it's not that much important to me, more so than what I'm able to resolve. You know, because you can't achieve anything when the obstacles in the way. You know, when you want to buy yourself a plane and you owe a debt to pay for a house and you haven't paid your children's school fees and you can't afford to do certain things and you want to buy a plane because you want to be seen as a rich person or a successful person, you will never be seen as that person because there are too many obstacles in the way. So it's always important that we look at the main problems in this country. What is making us broke? What is making us jobless? What is making us hopeless? And you will realize that some of them is moralities. Some of them is investment in the youth. And some of them is accountability. When you take care of these things, beyond these things, you cannot measure achievement. Because greatness is not measured by determination. Greatness is absorbed by feasibility. And so I would definitely the people who have caused the problems, because it's waste of time for me. I don't have much time to go and I would like to find solutions. I think based on my vision that if you listen carefully that I want to do in terms of policies, you know, what I want to do with industrialization, what I want to do with transportation, you know, with infrastructure, basic infrastructure, social infrastructure, basic development, social development, human development. It will come with numbers of achievements and acknowledgement and all the great things. I am after legacy now. So I think that's the answer to your question, lady in green. There was a second thing that she asked again. For the students? No, I think it's the person that sorry, what did you say again? What was your second question? Just be quick, be quick. Say it. Just say it. To improve education. Okay. So, first of all, I think education is not a bad thing for all of us. We all need to educate ourselves. But, you know, I always worry about what comes out of the cost. And it costs a lot to educate yourself in Africa. The problem I'm seeing right now is that if you get a degree from this university or Legon and you cross the border and go to Togo, you're not recognized. But when someone comes from Europe and they say, I have a degree from Harvard, they give him a picture and they start to give him cars and houses. So it means that there is no heavy substance or value in the degree we are acquiring. But no problem. We have a solution for that. Why don't we create our own wealth within our own circles? If they don't respect it, we respect it. We appreciate it. But if we can create jobs within our circles, and then you make yourself become a millionaire, you know what the Harvard person is coming here to look for? That you're going to give him the chair and the car and the house? The money he's coming to work for, you already have it. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? You have the same degrees, right? He's going to come one day from America, and he's going to be respected because of whatever Harvard degree they have. Guess what? You will be a producer of methanol or a supplier of methanol, and you are going to have 1,000 times what this guy is coming to work for. That is the kind of attitude I think we blacks and we Africans should show the world. You know, how to interact with our own value, our own wealth, and extract it ourselves and empower ourselves with our own resources. At this point, I would not care whether someone is coming with a Harvard degree or a Legon degree. I have employed hundreds already. I have a responsibility. And you either have to be one of them or join. The vision, the dream, the movement, follow. But I'm not here to go seek opportunity from anyone anymore. Yes, baby, you're right. It's very lonely at the top. I take the decisions alone. And everyone that comes in try to be the wiser one, trying to prove yourself to me. But whatever you know, if you know it best, bring it out. Bring it out. It's not about trying to tell the world how wise we are or how smart we are. It's about showing the world the power, how we can add value to other people. That is when you're successful. You know, when you're adding value to every other person, it means you're rich. No, I'm serious. If you can do that, just think like that. Think like how you are going to be the one that buy your mom a car. You're going to be the one that pay your brother's fees. You're going to be the one that pay your sister's maternity fee. You are the one, Big Joe. You're the one everybody will call. Because you've taken the responsibility upon yourself, you're going to work hard, and you're going to do it, and you're going to aim. I want you guys to be thinking like that. Don't worry about anyone that has a degree from upstairs, up, downstairs, whatever. Just think like that. All right, so the third one was what policies are for the youth? Industrialization. That's your policy. Look, some of you are interested in art. Some of you are interested in entertainment. There's already entertainment going on in Ghana. It just doesn't have industrial platform. That's all. You know what really makes entertainment a big thing? Somebody's like iTunes. He's selling all the tunes. Somebody is Spotify. What do you think that is? It's industrial. That is industrialization. You know, FIFA, you think FIFA is a football association? No. No. It's a different organization. FIFA is the biggest media company in the world because he's broadcasting to 4 billion people every hour. That is what he's doing. But he calls himself what? Football what? I don't even know. But whatever it is, every hour, this organization have 4 billion people looking at someone scoring goals. How do you think he did that? Or you think God just like FIFA? No, it's industrialization. He has industrialized technology to broadcast to the world. So wherever, China, Ghana, this, that, he's connected to sitcoms. You know, it's connecting. That's what you need to do. We are not doing it. So if we're not doing it, we cannot become globally successful. Yeah, we might have as much cocoa to feed the whole world, but they are making chocolate out of cocoa. We are only selling cocoa seeds. They're making cocoa powder. They're making 7 different products. They're making cocoa butter. They're making cocoa shampoo hair. This, that, you're just cocoa seed. Come on. Are you guys getting it? Yeah, so for the youth, they can easily understand this, that if you don't industrialize everything you have, you cannot create jobs, you cannot create wealth, you can't be extremely rich. That's why in our country, everybody is selling something on the table or selling something in the shop. But when you go to China, everybody is grinding something in the machine and then turning it to something and then packaging it and loading containers, and you are the one buying it to sell. I am here to help the nation to adopt the mentality of building their own, creating their own, and then creating jobs out of that and making wealth out of that. This code, nobody can take it away from you. We just need 1 or 2 generations to learn, and that's it. It will stay with us for the next 600 years. The second thing I'm going to do as a policy for the youth, apart from industrialization, is that I would rather go and borrow money and not pay judgment debt and give contracts out of that money. I would rather use that money as a capital seed to sow that seed into all startups in this country. All the youth with great ideas, I will borrow that money, and then if you're able to double that money, we'll give you ×2, because it means that the money has become successful. It's not gone away. So that's some of my 2 greatest policies for the youth.
If you become president, how are you going to select ministers, and how do you work?
Okay, thank you. I think I'll answer you quickly so the next person can ask your question. So first of all, there is nobody who has become successful, rich, wealthy, and they already had a blueprint or a design for the house they were going to build if they got money. You know, great thinkers don't think like that. They think about how they're going to create the wealth first. But when they create the wealth, they're going to be open to the world. You're going to have 100 different types of designers, architects, all of the people to choose from. How many of you have seen like a star when they come out of a place? There's so many people trying to take pictures or interact with them. You see, you have choices when you're successful. First of all, the first important thing that you need to do is how do you get there? Because you know, I want everyone in this room to understand one thing. It's going to take balls to walk in the room. But when you walk in the room, It's going to take brains to remain in there. Because the people who are stuck in the room are very brainy. And if you're not smart and intelligent at the same time, they'll kick you out of the room. So that's what I have. I have the balls and I have the brains to enter the political sector. And when I'm there, I will choose from who I like. I will choose whether anybody is welcome, whether you're NDC, MPP, as long as you fit for the job, you're ready to come. But the first, let me take the mantle. Once I take it and I'm holding it in my hand, that's when you see the kind of man I am. That's when you feel the power in me. And then there was the last thing that you said. You asked me if I'm going to change the constitution. I am not going to change the constitution. Changes does not happen overnight. I am going to start by reviewing the constitution and adjusting it so it's suitable for all of us. Thank you. Prosper is trying to find out how would my constitution not become a violent, reviewing the constitution will not become, a violent demonstration that can affect the nation. And of course, anyone that wants to review a constitution for the sake of the people and for the sake of the country have the people's interest at heart. And therefore, he's not taking the decision for his own interest. He's taking the decision to the constitution to make the people's life become better. And so that, Prosper, will not happen. Okay? We want to do things peaceful. We want to be peaceful and we want to be very vigilant, but at the same time, we have to be astute and we have to look into things. It's fairness. I believe with my political ambition, although I'm not a politician, but as a leader, I believe in equity, equality, and empowerment. The triple E. Okay? Equity, equality, and empowerment. So everything we're going to do will revolve around these three things. Thank you.
My question is 7 to 8 billion in the amount of volta, if I get it right. How do you think this amount of money in our resources remain undiscovered? And how can it be done?
Thank you. Thank you, Cyril. Second one.
And my second question is, as a Voltarian individual, some individuals in Volta say independent of Volta. What is your say on this?
But here's how I'll make sure the 78 billion is attained and is remained. First of all, I think it belongs to the Voltarians. So if we're going to do anything, we're not going to do it as the current institutions of our country are dealing with the foreign entities by introducing them to concessions in the regions and not making the regional local content to be a part of it. We want the local content to be the owners, the manufacturers, the producers, because we want that skill set to remain in the country. We don't want people to come in, put their plant, and if it's a Chinese company, they bring 20 Chinese men that know the main thing, and then hire 100 working men that don't know anything. And when they dissolve their machine and they go, you still don't know what cocoa can do. I would rather that we create. So it's owned by the government with the private sector. The government's share could be national capital. The private sector share could be two things. It could be self-fund capital, one, and then the second thing could be the skills as well. So now this will circulate in the Volta region, meaning that by the end of the year, if that so-called titanium or methanol or ethanol is turned around here. The money circulates here. Whether you're going to Ministry of Energy or Ministry of whatever, the business is here because this is where the plant will be and this is where the jobs will be. And the people who are working within the plants are the people who are creating the wealth. The people who are trading the mineral are the same people who are from here. So we don't want to sell and give our things to outside anymore. We want to do it ourselves. Thank you.
How are you going to involve person with disability in your politics? Because we are part of the Constitution. I realize that Ghana has a law that in every constitution, in every community or place of job with disability must be there from 5 to. Now we don't see the effect of the law. How put that into order for it to be an advantage for us? Thank you.
You know, and one of them is called One Leg. He has a tricycle Uber business, you know, and became very successful. So before even getting into the government, it's been in my interest to help the disability world, environment, entire process. As normal people. Okay, this is some of it plain. Now, when it comes to sports, I think the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United and all of this. Yeah, wait. It's taking so much from us. I'm telling you something. You know, I already told you, FIFA is the biggest media in the world. And some of FIFA's signed clients is Manchester United or Chelsea. And some of Manchester or Chelsea's fans that makes them the money is probably most of the people in this building and outside this building and all around the world. So you see, when you're looking at it from the top and it's triggering to the bottom, people like to invest in great ideas. Why haven't we turned our football teams to great ideas? And what I'm sharing with everybody in this room, when you have industrial mind, is because you're thinking globally. I would industrialize our football teams as well. Because if we are not able to create anything like a continental premiership that will enter the FIFA system for people to be able to view us in China, in India, then we're not part of the game. I am trying to make sure you produce the cocoa into the seed that becomes powdered chocolate, cocoa butter, so you can sell around the world. It's the same thing I will be thinking of when it comes to sport. How to nurture the teams and let them become continentally known. So China would want to find out about some Kotoko team in Ghana, but they're showing it in Nigeria, they're showing it in Algeria, they're showing it in Miami. That's where we need to go industrial with everything, and then it solves the problem. Trust me, people, industrialize your mind. Even if you don't see industrialization occurring anytime from tomorrow, start industrializing your mind. That is the best way. The best way, even to industrialize your mind right now, you apply economy of scale to the little money you're holding. It's very important, and we were not raised like that. So I want to encourage all of you to go into that thinking, to go into that world and prepare for the revolution. Thank you.
And I would like to ask you, how will we solve our accessibility issues? And when I say accessibility issues, it's about education, not only mobility, education, having access to our mobility gadgets, and transportation, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so when you think about your people and not your party, it impacts your town planning, your city development. So in Europe, they're not thinking about a party. When you go to Dubai, the sheikh is not thinking about any party because he's probably not leaving the chair in 2 years. He thinks about the nation and the country. When you think like that, all of these things becomes part of the city master plan development. The only reason why you're lacking this is because people who are standing for only the party and their interests have become the position that they want to be in, they invest every money in that particular thing. And therefore, you and me, we're not in the equation. I am here to be in the equation of your concerns, your needs. So I will be looking for people that can help me to develop the country, to make it at least a second class to a first class country from a third world country. Thank you.
Yes, sir, please. Your name, then your question.
My name is my business is social business, watching companies. Spend some time watching videos online just to see what you're doing. It's the first time seeing you in person. I think you got a message. You got a passion for visual videos.
Thank you.
So I got 3 questions for you. I want to talk about agriculture, energy,
Agriculture and energy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's
So
all.
I think I'm getting a message on New Africa, right? So across Africa, all the issues we have in agriculture space, it's pretty much the same thing in Togo, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, anywhere. So I just want to figure out what are you doing for Africa. I really know. I just don't want to talk about the country now. But I'm trying to figure out what agenda do you have to make sure there's food security on the continent. Because you want to make sure the next 20 years of the way, we can grow crops here like it's done today. And it's also to get more nations. So what are you doing to make sure we have sustainability for agriculture? Now you talk about getting the farming started. Most parents going to this later on, they're going to go to school, the faculty of agriculture come out, and they're not going to get the capital to start the farm. It's a lot of capital outlay to start this farm. What economic policies are you going to put in place to make sure the average Kenyan on the street who has a passion to start a farm can make sure that we can do part of the passion? And at least there should be policies in place that can make sure they can get access to capital. If you don't want to build a factory, to get the input from the farm to the factory.
Okay. I think part of your questions have been answered, but I will say it again. Let's start with the first one. What am I doing for Africa so they don't run out of food? Okay, but you mentioned agriculture. There is the agric and there is the culture. Okay, in case they didn't tell you that in school. There is agro processing. And when you start the processing, it comes with the culture. The culture is the packaging. The culture is the recipes. How you add one thing to another and package it and sell it. What we're doing right now is strictly agric, farming. So we are not into the processing of our product. And the processing is industrialization. That's all. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're lacking as a country. When you acquire a plant and you find a source of energy and put it in one location, and then you put either cocoa seed or cassava in it, and it grinds it, it grabs it, it squeezes it, it takes the water out to be starch, then it takes the aftermath to be gari, then it takes this one to be something. That is, you're industrializing the product. So that's what we're not doing. And how stupid can we be as a continent in 2024 to still be importing food from outside to eat when we have the most vastest of land to plant the food and to actually process it? Come on. When you think about it, it looks like we're not thinking as a nation. We want people to go and take our cocoa and go and turn it into something. Take our cassava, go and turn it into something and bring it. They take our gold, they go and polish it and come back and sell it. They take your oil, they go and refine it, come back and sell it to you. Come on. If it's your leaders who are sitting down watching that to be done to you, I'm sorry, you're not being led. Yes, you're not being led. You're more or less blind. You don't know where you're going. You're going to be hopeless. This is very simple. That the Chinese can do that job for us. Instead of bringing them to invade us, they should work for us. That's what freedom does. I will let you work for me. I will bring you from outside and you will work as hard as my black person is working as hard in your country. I will do the same thing. And I will not import the food. I would export the food to you. This is the kind of leadership you need, with or without me. That's how you need to think. You know, you need to bottle whatever they are throwing on you, bottle it back, sell it to the person and let them drink it. That's how life should be. If we don't do that, we're going to go into starvation and we're going to go back into slavery. And I'll give you an example. Ghana is running out of cocoa. You know why? Because the Chinese have started taking our cocoa and then they started cloning the seed and injecting it. And now when you plant the cocoa, once it dies. And so now, all of a sudden, China is producing cocoa. How? And cassava. And your leaders are sitting there watching them. And you think you have a future. Your cocoa, God gave it to you. Your gold that God gave it to you is on your land. You sat there for someone to come and take it out and come and tell you how to eat it or how to use it. Now he's killing it and he's keeping the actual copy that God gave you. And he's giving you a clone to plant. And you are saying that I'm in the university and I'm acquiring a degree to something agriculture. Please, get with the home sense. Get some wisdom and some knowledge and some courage. And stand up and save your nation. You know, let's not be talking all this big English and big words, thinking that that is the main thing that will save us. It will not feed us. Let's face the reality. Please. You asked the second one about the capital for the youth and investing in them. It's just very important to have funding. We always wait for aid, and it's not the right way. We can create our own fund. We can do crowdfunding. We can do reserves funding, capital funding, a lot of types of funding. And it can come from amongst ourselves. If we decide to do Farmers Association funding, and they decide it's 1 million of them, and they're putting 10 cities every month, that is 10 million cities every month. In 1 year, it's 120 million cities. There is no processing plant that you can't put in 2 regions. And if that is an association, within a year, that money will become maybe 500 million in returns. We are refusing to use our minds like investors and developers. We're just trying to sit like workers and beggars. Please, I beg your pardon. Like I said, I came here to give you hope. Get up inside your spirit. Get up and make a change. Think big. Dream big. You're going to dream anyway. So you have nothing to lose. And you need to think anyway. So think hard. Making money today is hard thinking. It's not hard working. Thank you. I answered the 2 questions.
I did question energy. I didn't talk about energy. I did question energy.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Kofi.
Yes, Kofi.
Yes.
Kofi. Oh, yes. Kofi.
There is a practice currently that threatens some of our existence. There is a practice that threatens our very existence today. It also threatens our family values as a people of this town. On the back of that, a law has been passed. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill of 2024 has been passed. And it's yet to be attended by the President to make it a law here in our country. What is your view of that law to prescribe such practices here in our country? And what do you also make of the needless power play? What do you also make of the needless power play between the executives and the legislative arms of government coming on the back of that bill, and how do we address such power plays?
Kofi, I just want to ask Kofi a question back. So I went to, no, you can hold it. I went to a radio station this morning when I came to Ho, and he, funny enough, was the presenter. So I don't know why he chose this place to come and ask me this question when he asked me 18 questions within 35 minutes. He was asking, I thought he was speaking tongues. So why didn't you ask this question? I mean, that a lot of people would have heard that answer than here. Why didn't you? Were you sent? You were sent. You were not sent. Because of the limit. So it was the last one. But I thought you said in your question it's very important for the nation. So how could that be the last important question you asked? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to answer Kofi's question for him. Although, like we said, we can skip that. But look, do we all have mothers here? Do we all have fathers here? That's our culture. We were born by a man and a woman. And that's the way we should grow up. If somebody keeps telling you about this, why don't you think, why is it that all of a sudden, when I go to Volta, they're asking me the same question? I go to Bekwai, they're asking me the same question. I go to Kumasi, they're asking me this. Everywhere I go, what do you think they're doing? They're educating you. They are educating you about it and our children about it. But you know, the reason why I'm answering this question is because I have somehow determined some of the stupidities that stipulate within our own constitution that regulates our country's governance. If this is what the parliament is spending their time about when we are hungry, when our economy is crashed, when we don't have jobs, and then you do so good, and you are thinking about a Western culture. This culture is in the Western world. You know, some young child will grow up and they see that my mother is a man, my father is a man. That is some miracle. It's not us. We don't know. So I don't personally believe in these things, and I think we have taken it upon ourselves because someone is convincing and influencing us to talk about it. I mean, I made one example on one of the radio stations when they asked me this question. And I chose the Vice President of America, Kamala Harris. Now, this woman came to Ghana, and I thought she was coming to talk about our financial issues because at that time we were in serious crisis. But she came to talk about LGBTQ. And when she was talking about it, her husband was standing beside her. Do you know how much of an insult that is? It's like that American whatever lady that she claims to be partly black. It's like she sees us as monkeys. To come all the way to Africa and telling us to pass a law when she is not practicing that law. And nothing to do with that. So for me, I would advise you that let's not make consciousness out of this. Let's really face the current realities, the obstacles, the issues of our country. Let's worry about the people without jobs, the children without hope, the graduates without businesses, the money that is becoming valueless, our children that are becoming hopeless. And let's stop branding the Western culture. You see, our politics is westernized. Our educational curriculum is westernized. You see, everything is westernized. And now we are all becoming democratized. Because we're looking at someone's governance, someone's clothes, someone's words. We think you're best if you speak the best of English. You know, everything is about the Western. Come on, we are Africans, we are black people. We come from Ghana, Nigeria, and we have mothers and fathers, and let's respect that, period. Thank you. I'd like to take one question now, because there are a lot of them.
I will concentrate much on the technical universities, because in Ghana, the concentration is on the traditional universities. But in this side, we are doing the practical work, but we suffers when it comes to searching for jobs. So let's assume like you are, let's assume you are president.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in remembering we the technical universities? And the second one was about climate change. We are all talking about climate change here and there. So what are some of the things that you do to minimize the climate? Because there's a problem in the north, the south, and the west.
Thank you. All right. So I will start by answering the second question. I don't worry much about climate. Why don't I? Because we're so used to a lot of things. You know, I don't see recession in our country. There is no such thing as credit crunch. We've been broke for so many decades. We can't even feel it. We only want something to eat now. So some of the things, our body is already adapted and used to it. That is the Western that they're so scared that, you know, there's tsunami coming, there's tornado coming, there is something coming. Yes, I don't know what they have gone to take over. Whether it's people's gold or whatever, so they're running away from something. Climate, something is coming. Please, it's minus us. God sometimes get angry with us. He rain on us, the whole place will flood. And then give it 2 days, everything dry again. It's gone. We survive. We don't even have the machines to suck the water from the floodness. It's just, we survive. We're survivors. So I wouldn't go and put so much investment in that area. Instead, I will put investment in the area that will help your first question. Technical schools. Technical schools. Your savior is industrialization. The only reason why you're not getting jobs is because there are no technical platforms in the country. Okay? How many factories and inventions are you seeing? Okay? How many carpenters do you know that is supplying African shops? Okay? You don't understand that you are educating yourself into an industry that there is no platform or foundation for in your country. So the jobs are very little. If you find a carpenter, it's them and their family. And maybe 2 more people. They do maybe 18 chairs in the whole year, meaning that they barely do 1 full furniture in a month. That is very small compared to a 33 million population. Unless you industrialize things, all of you, after your education, you would be even working part-time before you finish. And that's the answer. I think that for the technical schools, once we start to put plants, this, processes, all of these things, then they will now really educate you about these things more. Because they're probably educating you about things that all the machines are in China and Germany. And how are you going to do it? You just get a degree and you hold it for some time. There is nothing that is on the ground that can be related to what you have a degree for. If someone is doing that to you, I'm sorry. They are also taking the fees from your mother and your father, and then after, you're not going to get any job. So let's change. Let's go into industrialization, and all of these things will be rubbed up. Please, go on. Thank you. What did he say? What did he say? I didn't hear.
As a person, I want to ask you this question. What can I do to help you when you become the president of Ghana?
Oh, you're waiting for me to become president before you help me.
You are already the president. What can I do to help you? That's my question.
Okay. Once I become a president, it's more my responsibility to help you than you to help me. But before I become a president, it's more of your choice to think about what favor, what contribution, or what support you can give me, and that is help. Thank you.
Supervision will help enforce what? Because you alone cannot do the work. You need supervision. So if in the Ghana we are now, all the people are corrupted. Will you keep quiet? The people are corrupted.
Should he keep quiet again? Or you should speak? All right.
If you find out that someone you put as a leader, when you are not there, is not doing what you're supposed to do to that person.
Okay.
In order to eliminate the corruption. And then my second question.
No. Only one question. I have 3 more people, and okay, thank you. Well, let me just give you guys the chance and to have one question because of the time. I think it's fair. I have 3 people left, but you know, my shirt is soaking wet. I'm here for you. And so, even if I have to stay here for the next 30 minutes answering your question, I have to find a way. But I'm sure you also want me to drink some water, right? Yes. So the gentleman's question that he asked me, maybe, was it, he left already? Lost of thought. What did he say again? Yes, what would they do? Yes, we got it. What would I do if the people don't do what they're supposed to do when I put them in position? What do you do when you miss the target? Sack, replace. That's why there are a lot of us. You know, if God was going to make us all live forever, the world would be full. So when he gives you time and you use it, after some time, he takes you off and he replaces you. When sometimes you're not using your time right, when you become a criminal, he can take your freedom away and put you in prison for life. You know, when you try to marry 2, when you don't have the money to marry 2, or you have money but you want to be greedy, all the money can go and the 2 women too will sack you because you become useless. So it's important that we always become courageous enough to take the right decisions when the wrong things are being done. Please.
Thank you very much. My name is
I only had 4 questions left. So the rest.
Only 4 questions left, please. He's been standing for over 45 minutes.
But all this time, what were you doing, ladies?
So please,
Wait.
only 4 questions left.
No. I want to deal with these ladies in the corner here. I'm asking you, ladies, all this time. Some of you are wearing glasses. Some of you are cutting cornrows. Everything. You were posing. You didn't come. You posed. You're telling me. There was a long queue. All right. So take a question from here. You don't need to join. One, and then I'll take 3 or 4. Yeah, 4. So 3 from here, 1 from here.
Thank you very much. My name is Richard.
All right, all right.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity, and we pray your dream comes true. Now, my problem is aviation, the aviation sector. What is your plan for the aviation sector? One,
You have to ask me a question. Just ask me a question.
what is your plan for the aviation sector? Bringing a national career, and 2, a school for people who want to pursue courses in piloting.
All right, thank you. In aviation, I don't want to say I'm just interested in investing in piloting. I'm very interested in investing in astronauts. Hello, are you guys here? Yes. I am interested in investing also in astronauts, because it's time that we also go to the space. We need to find out what is going on. We need to go and put some switches there, and we need to have our own telecommunication tower and power. Again, industrialization on a different level. That is what I think I want to take aviation to. Okay, we just don't have to remain on trying to revive Ghana Airways, that people will be doing favors with it. Let's take it to a different level, and there will be different class of pilots. Thank you. I am very, very close to tired. So let's hurry up. You got 2 more and 1 here. And then the rest, the next university, or once you join the new force, we have a questionnaire platform, and almost every week I will be coming, or through the main lines, most questions will be answered. But again, I think I'm answering everyone's question, because everybody is going in circles with industrial. Health is going to be industrialized, okay? if you create medicine in your country and you put the dosage and you do the research, you understand what industrialization really means. You're going to miss some petrochemicals with that medicine. You're going to miss some herbals with that medicine. You're going to do a lot of things and dosage it and package it and sell it worldwide. So very interesting that will happen once we go into industrialization. Thank you very much. Let me ask the ladies quickly. And you gave, Antisana and Bana Mutia. Mudna mud the question back boom. And the masma Beman is home baby sa. Nanka Ayesika, me person me hunya kobabeje. I want to know, if it was money, would they send you? Today you have taken a t-shirt from me from somewhere. Well, you were not in the market? Okay. I thought you were with a woman in the market. Oh, is this woman? Okay, sorry. All right, go on.
A student from Holy Spirit College of Education. And as a young teacher abroad, I'm seeing the conditions and work of teachers in the country. What plans do you have in general to improve the condition of work of service of the teachers? And then what infrastructure development can we put in place to develop the education setting as a whole? Thank you. Thank you very much.
So first of all, I think teachers should have a middle income salary. Okay? If you want to educate your nation properly, please make sure the teachers are okay. You know, so I think we need to look at that side properly, but also the educational facility itself. We need to look at it by educating people to become more of industrialists, entrepreneurs, visionaries, leaders, and not workers. Because it makes the teachers not so useful for the curriculum if they have to teach them only to become staffs. So I think it's one of the things that in our policy we want to introduce, how to build entrepreneurs. I go by the name Nana Kwame Bediako, and I want to thank you very much this moment for doing my listening tour with me. But I realized one thing. Out of the 23 questions that I have taken in this spot right now, and don't ask me how I was counting. I'm very good at numbers, and I'm very good with words too. I realized that people asked questions about their faculties, about the country, what's about presidency, but you were not so worried about the exact opportunity that is going to come out of this region, except for one person called Cyril, who asked me a question about how these minerals will be tapped into and how that money will circulate. So I'm just saying this because I want you to keep an eye in the area you belong to. That's your world. Even some of you are not from Ho. You only came to school here. But you're better off remembering that you spent 10% or 12% of your life in this area. So you're used to this area, and this area will therefore owe you something. Your equity is here. Okay? Your equity is here. Somebody help me say that. My equity is here.
My equity is here.
Yes, so you have Ghana as a whole, as your country. That country you belong to. But you have Ho as a terrain that you invested in. You spend time here. You put your energy here. And you believe in this place. You believe in the school you're going to. That's why you're here. Please, make sure you make something out of this space, out of the network, out of the people you're in the same university with. They're going to become some of your best partners soon. You don't know. They're not just supposed to be your friends. Your network is your net worth. And I wanna end this conversation by adding to what my dear friend said, that this is the only year I think you should not sell your thumb, but you should also not lose the opportunity of using your thumb. This is a year that our lives can change and start going towards our plan. This is a year that every one of you will be entitled to vote. And don't let anybody trade your soul with money just because they think your thumb is important to what you're doing. I need you to become a true voter for a true reason why you want to change, why you think you should have a say in the rest of the years that you have on this earth. This is the country that your voice counts and your thumb counts. So I would like to encourage all of you that take a decision. Not only that man who is in front of the t-shirt you're wearing or standing in front of you, but take a good decision that you will be accountable and responsible for that decision, because for the next 8 years, that decision, for the next 8 years, this decision will determine where you're going in life, and you need to be part of it. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Gunpowder, pieces of clothing and guns. Clothing not worth our dignity. A trade where many lost their origins. They claimed they were missionaries, spreading the gospel of Christ, or should I rather say, a message of deception rather than truth. A message of war rather than peace. A message of captivity rather than freedom. They brought forth education. Gradually, the shackles are falling off the elites. Raising up high our flag, the big six arose, marching onward to forever freedom. Resilient, relentless, spearheaded by our very own Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of blessed memory, yet the dawn of development. Peace is here, justice is here, freedom is here. A government where transparency and accountability is assured, where our people's needs are put forth up against our own selfish interests, our coffers to the state and not to an individual. So this is Ghana Month. Let us embrace the new force. Why don't we give the youth the chance? Those who have learned from our forefathers' mistakes, those who are abreast with every piece of knowledge and wisdom, energetic to carry the woes of our country on their shoulders. Why don't we trust our younger generations? Not anymore to say. Let it not only be the gray hairs, but let it be a young man whose visions are not blurred, but bright and clear. Let us embrace the new force. Thank you.
Thank you. The title of my poem proper is A Beam of Hope. Yeah. Where I stand, to dream is to be privileged. Where we come from, hope is a currency for a select few. And to achieve takes not a matter of skills or talent, but protocol, network, connections. We are treated like prodigals facing a system too cruel to trust. Where we come from, our words hold no weight, so we wait to be heard till we speak no more. Our voices are like a single grain of sand in the palms of the desert. Our dreams are like withered flowers wilted by the scorching sun of this system of corruption, of our country's deception and deceit. We are the youth. We are the future, yet we are caught in this system's web where opportunities hold no essence and opportunities only slip into the hands of the elite. Our aspirations remain in the state of dormancy. We are the youth. forced to surrender before this system's might, surrender before it's even night, surrender at the feet of reality, forced to abdicate our ambitions, to seek permission, to strive to stay alive in this system. Dreams are but mere fantasies, creating fountains of futile expectations. So do not blame us for drowning in a system that floods our dreams. In this system, the poor continue to be poor, while the rich get richer. In this system, you need a uniform to survive. You need a uniform to survive. You need to fight despite your fright and fly without wings to survive. In this system, I'll say it again, dreams are but mere fantasies, creating fountains of futile expectations. But do not blame us for drowning in a system that floods our dreams. Our nationality keeps us frowning. Our country has made our dreams sit on unfertile ground with no promise of growth, loathed by a system whose priority is to constrict, not liberate. But what good a ship without its captain? What good a book without its author? What good are the youth without its country's helping hand? And what good is my country without the youth's potential? Thank you.
The amazing young people that you are seeing here, want to appreciate you for coming. They always say, Cheddar is how to see you. But by God's grace, you've made their dream come true to see you in person. They have been on my neck. I want to Cheddar coming to vote. By the special grace of God today, you are here. I want to give this little token as an appreciation to you. Thank you for coming in and thinking about the young people of Volta region. And we strongly believe that with you, some of the things that we're looking forward to having in Ghana, we feel it's possible. So I want to say a very big thank you to you. And also the one behind the song that was presented from Volta region, that's the artist over there, Rizla.